Hi everyone, my name is Rishad. Today is the 10th of December 2023 and I'm going to be making my weekly prediction for SPY. As usual, I'll be going over the monthly, weekly, and finally the daily charts and then switching over to the Excel sheet where we'll review last week's prediction and go over the new one in more detail and do the option chain analysis as well. Now, before getting into this video, it's important to make the disclaimer that all information here is completely educational but it's important to conduct your own analysis before entering the market and do not only rely on the information provided in this video. With that out of the way, let's zoom in and get started. Okay, monthly charts. We saw last week as well, November was pretty much a Mariposa candle, huge bullish candle. We can see, obviously we can't predict on December yet, but we can see that it's completely pulled back to the trend line. So we are still now in an uptrend. So we had a break here in September of the upward trend line, continued in October, but then November just pulled it all the way back up. And hopefully December stays the same. Since, of course, we can't predict the whole month, but I know that this week that there is the Fed interest rate decision, which can change the sway of the market altogether. But if there is the interest rate is the same or cut even, then the market will react extremely bullishly, which will drive the price of SPY even higher. We can see that the RSI has now crossed this average, another bullish signal. We just have complete bullish signals from the monthly charts. Now, weekly charts are pretty similar, so we can see that from this week here, the week of the 30th of October, all the way until the last week, which is starting the 4th of December, just been bullish weeks. And this week, actually, it's broken a resistance, which was at 459.42. Now, from this, we're immediately going to say that this week is going to be, we buy just when there's a minor confirmation that it closes its high, because it is pretty close to this resistance, so there's no need for a whipsaw back down. So we will wait for the high, which is 460.75 to be broken, and for a trade for a sell signal, it would need to break this support here at 450.7. And the resistance for this trade, although not really, is pretty much the trend line, where it may face some resistance, but that doesn't apply to the conditions for the trade. We can see that the volume's been steadily going up. Although it did dip this week, it did actually end up rising, confirming this bullish action that we had. RSI is soaring, average is starting to turn up. Again, just complete bullish signals from the weekly charts. So finally, let's go over the daily charts. Now here's where things get a little bit iffier. We can see that price action was pretty stagnant. No really any crazy bars. We can see from the 4th of December, we've just had spinning tops. This was actually a large red candle. And this was the final candle which had some momentum in it, and it did end up breaking the resistance. The reason I have faith this week that the market will go, and I strongly believe that the market will go up, is because of the interest rate decision, which is looking to be more and more bullish for the market. So that's why I'm pretty confident that the market is going up, but just for that minor confirmation, we are going to be keeping that resistance of the high and the support as this low here. Now, volume, again, we can see it's been pretty stagnant. Although this last bar did have a volume spike. Again, strong bullish signal. If it has good volume on the break, it confirms this bullish movement that we might have this week. We're probably going to have. Now, I did say last week that the RSI was overbought. Although that is still the case, the average is still not turned up above the overbought zone. But again, this is just one signal, but everything else is bullish from the technical analysis point of this video. Now, let's switch over to the Excel sheet. You can see last week as well, we had no trade, but that resistance is now finally broken. And our current prediction is, again, no trade yet. I did mention we buy when it crosses the high, that minor confirmation at 460.75, sell when it falls below the support at 450.70, target of 1%, trailing stop loss. If the target or stop loss isn't hit and we're in a position, we close on Friday at the end of the day. Max Y for the monthly expiry. There's no weekly expiry this time because the last day of the week is the monthly expiry. So 440 for CE, same as last week. on higher open interest though at 71,994, 424 PE, same level, 267,804, extremely high open interest. We can see the bullish perspective that the market had because last week for this same level, the open interest was 128,255. It's more than doubled. So we can see how bullish the market is right now. And although that might come to an end later, it's not this week because the market seems to be pretty oversaturated with bulls. And that's all for this video. And that completes my prediction for SPY this week. Obviously, if there are any relevant changes to this prediction, they will be covered on the channel. But for the most part, that's all. Thank you for watching and enjoy. And I'll see you in the next one.